Hey everybody, Ken here. Welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. Jumping straight back into our sexy mage game. Oh yes. Here's a quick recap of our deck. Got this Harrison Jones and this Toshley. Quite a low costed deck, but not too happy about it. Not the best spells. No flame strikes, one fireball, one polymorph. And it's got low cost creatures, but not enough of them in a way that sort of plays to that super low cost spam that you can get away with sometimes in Arena. But hey, we're here to play Hearthstone. We're here to take on Aleph the Rogue. And we're going to do our very best, because that's what we do.
You asked for it.
We do our best every time. Oh yes. Double Sorcerer's Apprentice. Gotta love that. Hello, hello. Pass the turn. Let's see if Aleph makes any opening plays. What have you got for us, Aleph? Got that coin. No? No big plays? That's probably for the best. Let's get a creature out. Could play the Young Priestess. It's not a great use of mana. Also, okay, so doesn't use our mana efficiently. Also, wouldn't buff anything because it can't buff itself. So double waste of mana, really. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Okay, so here's an interesting play where I can kill this. Trade on the board. Doesn't leave me with anything on the board. Do I play the Young Priestess, which then doesn't buff anything? Me? I'm going to say no. I should have waited to see what my card was in case it was a 1 mana creature. But I don't want to play the Young Priestess. It dies straight to dagger with without getting its buff effect off. Not an efficient use of mana. Okay, now we have some options here. Play the Imp Master. Young Priestess makes our Imp Master even stronger. Quite a nice play. I don't think we only need 1 attack to deal with this fella. So I don't feel a compulsion to play the Water Elemental. Other than to keep him frozen. I do like her, or to keep her frozen. Of Valera. Water Elemental, again, great against weapon classes. Great anywhere, but especially against weapon classes. Love freezing a dude. What did we get? Voodoo Healer. I mean, it's a 2-1. We don't get the healing, but that's fine. I feel alright about that. Alright about it. Obviously we can't deal with this the old Hungry Dragon. Not directly. We could draw a card, but we've got no Frostbolts in this deck, so not a huge amount we could play into. If we drew a Fireball, wouldn't help because we wouldn't be able to play it. So, options, options, options. I think we might just go to the face and play the Water Elemental. And I think we'll see what he does after that. I almost used the hero power there. Okay. We're getting more damage each turn with the imps. Now we're facing a rogue, so Fan of Knives is always an option, especially in Arena. I think it's a decent pickup. Draws you a card, it's fairly reliable. Not an incredible card, but one that kind of does the job. Now, Spellbreaker. How do we feel about Spellbreaker? Trade these 2 dudes in. Or we trade these 4 and ping. And then we freeze the Hungry Dragon. In fact, if we freeze this guy, we don't even necessarily have to... No, in fact, our best bet here would be to trade these guys into our 5/5. So doing that would leave us with 2 mana.
What to do?
Maybe we
Do.
maybe we use a ping.
Magic shall not save you.
I'm gonna put this over here to counteract for betrayal. We're gonna bump these guys in. There we go. And do we want to do this? No. No. He can trade into the Spellbreaker if he likes, but that leaves him in ping range. And I do like holding the freeze on the rogue because his hero powers are useless. As oh, there we go, the Toshler. Interesting, you should have one of those, Aleth. Maybe maybe we'll see another one of those later if you you catch my drift. Okay, we've got options here. Plenty of options. Hit the guy. Maybe Earth and Ring our dude up. Boulder Fist Ogre.
What to do?
Also a solid shout. So the ping. The Earthen Ring. That's 5 mana. And then maybe we play a Snow Chugger. Keep our options open. For keeping people frozen.
Eyes are open.
Retrospectively, I might have put the Snow Chugger in the middle because Betrayal here is slightly more potent, whereas with the Snow Chugger in the middle, it couldn't have killed either of them. Although, I'm not sure if Betrayal applies the freeze effect. I think it might do. Okay, interesting. So he's weaponed up. He's going to freeze himself, which is good news for us. Again, we have these 2 creatures here, the Water Elemental, the Snow Chugger. Hopefully we should be able to just keep this guy frozen for as long as possible. Okay, okay. The Abyss. So I'm thinking about the Arcane Explosion here. Clear the board. And play the Boulder Fist Ogre. I think that's what we're going to go with. Clear the board. Play Boulder Fist Ogre. It's a good solid minion. If you're going to have one thing out on board, that's a decent one to have. Rogues do have Assassinate, but they don't have anything that's specific to just having the one minion. It's not like with a Hunter you always want to play around the Deadly Shot. That's not so much of an issue here. Interesting, going straight for the buff, pre-charge. Okay, an interesting play. I guess going for taking out the Ogre as quickly as possible. Flame Cannon, oh, that's so unfortunate for him. I'm going to draw first, because you should always draw first, get the random element out of the way. Just make sure we don't get anything super good. And I think we're going to play the Flame Cannon. We could play the Sork's Apprentice, 2, 3, and then 7. I like that.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Okay, that puts us in an incredibly good place. Here, I like keeping the big minions out to the side because it makes Betrayal.
Well played.
Betrayal's not super good, but it makes that people do have it, and it can be very dangerous when they do. By putting your biggest minions out at the sides, he can't easily hit several creatures with our Ogre, for example. If the Ogre was in the middle here, it would kill both of these creatures. Oh, that's some good Blade Flurry. Wow. That's a very good board clear.
Well
Give him some props for that. He's used up a lot of his combo potential. Okay, Harrison Jones we could play. I'd really like to play while he has a dagger out. I don't think that's too greedy because even one card draw from it could make a huge world of difference to us. So even if he pops the dagger, has it out with one durability, we draw an extra card off Harrison Jones or just a card off Harrison Jones. I think that's great.
So many options.
Maybe he'd even play the Assassin's Blade. That's kind of the dream, I guess, against the Rogue. We can draw 3 cards off it. Take 3 durability off his big weapon. That would be ideal. And presuming he doesn't have it, he'd probably have already played it, as it's a kind of a easy kill on this fella here. Okay, so he's going to whack into him. Oh no, he's going face. Interesting. I wonder what his thoughts are there. Right, so we're going to play Harrison. See what we get from our draw.
Well
The
played.
fireball. So now, that's why you do the draw first, rather than just pinging the loot hoarder off the bat. Oh, I don't have enough mana. There you go, I got so excited, I forgot about the mana considerations. But, probably can't do 25 damage with his 3 cards. So yes, by doing the draw first, we get the fireball. Theoretically could have been enough to kill him, wasn't actually. But
Well played.
that was a good fight, Alice. We kind of rushed the end there, got too excited about the finish. That's fine. It's good to get excited. Getting pumped about big Hearthstone plays. Onwards to our next fight. Who will it be? Round and round the opponent wheel goes. Where it stops, everyone knows it's unworthy opponent. It's always unworthy opponent. That's the real secret of Hearthstone. I love that they came up with so many things for that wheel.
Jaina versus
But
Jaina.
obviously, everyone's worthy.
For it.
Just like Elling the Mage, a worthy foe for us. Okay, we don't have too much we need to pop back with the Brewmaster. I don't love Mirror Entity enough to hold it in my hand, and we have a 2 and a 3. Fantastic. If we were going second, we'd be in an excellent place. We're in an okay place going first, though. I still don't know how I feel on the going first versus having coin debate. I think generally I prefer to have the coin.
Hello.
But it's so tough to say. It really kind of does come down to what your deck is as well. Just drink some water. Nice and cool. Oh yes. Come on, Erling. Guys, really... They're really looking for the... Just checking out their hand. Okay. The Snow Chugger. A good solid play. I don't really fancy playing into that. So I think I'm going to bop out something that can trade with it. Now he could have the Frostbolt. Perfectly reasonable. Oh, the Annoyatron. That is a solid play on his part. Because now he can ping down our dude.
Challenge accepted.
So I expect what we'll see here from him is the ping and the Snow Chugger to face. Obviously we have no weapons. Being frozen is fine. Doesn't affect us. No Blingtron 3000 here. We're not going to end up with a weapon unless he's got one. Got a stealth Blingtron. Okay, well I guess let's play him at his own game here. We've got nice good mana options here. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us plenty of flexibility in our play. Play the 5 next turn, we could play the 4 and the 1. We could play the 3 and the 2. Depends how things work out for us. Play the 3. Use our hero power. You know, we've got options. Harvest Golem, I really like Harvest Golem in Arena. My policy of dealing with Harvest Golem at some point became ignore the Harvest Golem. Because you can easily deal with it. Oh, sorry, you can't easily deal with it. You have to attack it, kill it, attack it, kill it again. So it's only a 2 attack creature. I tend to just let it do its thing and hope it attacks into my stuff. Obviously you have to play it by ear somewhat. I don't know how I feel about the Abomination here, because I don't think it benefits him. Now we could Flame Cannon. The odds of hitting his Abomination are, you know, lower than average, 1 in 3. So more often than not we're going to hit it. In fact, twice as often we'll miss.
What to do? What to do?
If we just kill it, we lose whatever creature we kill it with. So I think maybe we kill it with this fella. Sorry, Sludge Belcher, but you'll come back.
What to do?
Bang. This is going to kill either one of his creatures.
Someone's out on me.
Now it's turn 5. So I feel like it's a good time just to put some things on board. Because we're probably not going straight into Flame Strike. Can't remember if he's used the coin. I don't think he's used the coin. So we could see a Flame Strike. That would be unfortunate. But I should have contemplated that. That's fine. That's okay.
I wonder.
Doesn't seem like he has Flame Strike.
You call that?
Ah, the Dark Iron Dwarf. Good stuff. Fantastic. Still one of the best cards. This used to give a minion. Used to give a minion +2 attack permanently, which was ridiculous in a way. But I think it's still fairly ridiculous, because generally you buff something up to trade into something bigger. You're not often just buffing 2 attack just to keep hitting face. Okay, what are our options here? If we kill the other 2 things, we can Flame Cannon our little fella here. So I think maybe we trade our Snow Chugger in. So if we Flame Cannon, leaves us with another 6 mana. We can play the Blade Master. In fact, I think what we do here is we trade this in. We lose the slightly cheaper spell, but that's fine. Snow Chugger him. We Flame Cannon. And we play the Blade Master. So the contemplation there was, do we ping first, play the Worgen Infiltrator as well, thanks to the cheaper Flame Cannon, but obviously the risk there is that the Flame Cannon misses Dark Iron Dwarf, and that's too big of a risk to take, even on a 50-50. Okay. Got some stuff out. That's a good combination for him. I think we want to attack in. See if we do have a secret on our hands.
What to do? What to do?
Nope, nothing too going on there. Let's play a Worgen Infiltrator, see if it's the minion. It's not. Okay. And we should be okay then to Dark Iron Dwarf this fella, kill our dude. And we'll hit him. It's fine, he gets the duplicate. The Secret Keeper's not... Oh, what is it called? The Ethereal Arcanist. Good card if you have a secret. You know, we'll see. We've got a Spellbreaker and a Polymorph, so we can deal with both of those, you know, conceivably. If they... You know, if he puts them both out with a secret and that causes a big problem. We've got backups. I feel pretty good about that. We've got 8 damage, 9 with the ping at his face currently. There's a 2-turn clock. Playing the Gurubashi, choosing not to ping it. Okay, I think here we play the Senjin. And we play the Spellbreaker to silence his Berserker, so that it can't just crunch through our Shield Master. Do I want to play the Spellbreaker to stop him crunching through our Shield Master? Yes, I do, because it makes it difficult for him to do much else.
Your magic shall not.
It's kind of a toss-up against him having Flame Strike, but he didn't have it earlier. So I'm going to gamble that he doesn't have it now. A bit of a gamble. But hey. I know, you know, there's always the saying, when you're playing a mage in arena, always assume they have Flame Strike. Because they almost always have Flame Strike. And especially at the higher wins, that's true. This guy is probably assuming we have a Flame Strike in our deck. We don't, but don't tell them that. Do not, whatever you do, don't tell Elling about our Flame Strike. Wow, that's an interesting pull, the 7-4. Oh, we've got lethal, so that was a good time. Thanks, Elling. It was a good game. And we won. Wonderful. Super hot. Super delicious. Onwards. Game 3 today. Game 5 overall. We're doing okay. Have a sip of water. I'm enjoying this. I love Arena. It's still my favourite way to play Hearthstone, although a good Tavern Brawl can kind of fit in there. But I love Arena because I love the way you're never playing the same, you never know what's going to be in your opponent's deck, you know, because of the random nature of the draws. There'll be some kind of synergy, or at least some kind of cohesion to most decks. But how much do I like Young Priestess? I'm not going to play it turn 1, so maybe I don't like to keep it. We have a turn 2 anyway. Okay. People have cohesion to their decks to some degree, usually. But, you know, the cards are going to be random. They're not going to have a very specific... You're not going to just be running consistently into the same deck, you know. Not just going to be Zoolox or Mech Mage or, you know, Control Warrior. It's always going to be a bit weird, a bit different. I like that. I like that a lot. It also has the whole 3 wins and you're out, or 3 losses and you're out, which I think is a great mechanic, just a really, really fun mechanic. Always a big fan of that. I'm okay if he trades the Direwolf Alpha in here. That's okay with me. So
I wonder.
let's use our mana more efficiently. Let's be a little aggressive. The Direwolf Alpha suggests he was drafting or Deferi OP, which kind of drafting into... He or she was drafting into a more aggressive deck, more kind of zoo-like deck. Could be completely wrong. You know, this card could have been up against two complete garbage cards. But you take what you can get. I always feel bad playing the Sorcerer's Apprentice and then playing a card that would have been cheaper. In fact, I might play the Snow Chugger on that basis. Because I can Sorcerer's Apprentice Fireball for 5 mana next turn. Whereas if I've already lost the Sorcerer's Apprentice on this turn, if I'd played it here and it got killed, I don't get that back. Okay. Options here. What would we draw that would be especially useful to us right now? It would have to be 3 mana or less, and I don't think there's anything that's a game changer here for what's in our deck. This guy doesn't trade well into us, so I think we're going to play a little more aggressive here. I'm going to draw, but I'm going to draw because
You like my invention?
because I'm going to attack anyway. There's a real debate to be said for whether the 1 damage is worth it or whether I should ping this fella. I'm going to force him to trade into our stuff. We've got board control. If I kill this, he gets another minion anyway. Oof, oof. Little bit lucky. Little bit fortunate. But there we are.
It's time for a little blood.
I might play the Spellbreaker here. Okay. Interesting. Now we've got options. I kind of like Spellbreaker. Hit him in the face. Spellbreaker doesn't trade with the Berserker unless well, he can ping it. If he pings it, he doesn't ping the Panther. I feel okay about that play.
Your magic shall not cease.
It stops him getting the 2-cost minion, which is more control on the board. We can just keep pushing hard. So his options here, you know, ignoring what Ferry has in hand, their option is ping this. Can't trade in with this. Okay, Sunwalker, that's a good choice. The other option, of course, would have been trade in there, but then don't use the ping. Okay, so I think we're going to ping. How do I feel about using the Fireball? I mean, that's the clear option that gets rid of Sunwalker immediately. That doesn't leave us with any other mana, but it does leave us with a 4/3 on board. That's probably okay. Just going to keep pushing, keep being aggressive. And see how Ferry responds. You know, they've had answers, but they've maybe not had quite enough answers. It's close. It's still very close. They've got more cards in hand than we have. There's
What to do?
We have many.
certainly a lot of options here. Ooh. Secrets are scary. They're always scary. Because who knows what comes out of it. I'm perpetually terrified. Odds are it's likely to be a duplicate. That's a very popular card. But that's a more established board presence. I'm going to play the Sork's Apprentice. I want to see if it's Mirror Image. It is Mirror Image. Mirror Entity. I always want to call it Mirror Image, which is the 0-2s. Too many spells with similar names. Okay. We can Arcane ping for 3 mana and then play the Blade Master, which trades favourably, or at least trades with stuff. He's going to have to trade.
Out on me.
If we attack him, he needs to trade because he can't leave things on the board. I mean, he can flame strike, that's fine. But that's Ferry's only option here. Okay, here's the big play. Okay, Sludge Belcher. It is a big play. Still needs to kind of trade in. Still needs to regain some semblance of board control. That ping's okay. I don't know how I feel about it. Mirror Entity here. Are we going to see a big creature? I'm going to play Toshli. See what we get for our spare part. That leaves us with enough mana to ping.
Show them no mercy.
Okay, interesting. The Time Rewinder is a good card. I'm going to bop this into his face. And I think I'm going to play the Imp Master rather than ping for 1 more damage. The 1 more damage isn't huge, especially if we have imps on board. I don't know, the Mirror Entity is so little of a guarantee. And him having just, or Ferry having just played Mirror Entity, they might be thinking, oh well, this person's obviously got, well there you go, there's the Sneeds. But would they have played differently if we had a secret down? Probably. I mean, they had Mirror Entity, so they probably had Mirror Entity at the forefront of their mind. It's very close here. Sneeds is a fantastic card to pull. I really, really like Sneeds a whole ton. Okay. What's our mana on Toshli? 6. So if we rewind, then we don't play the Shredder. Kind of a toss-up on that one.
Let the dark in.
I think we leave Toshli out. Because Toshli is a creature that they have to deal with. They're still in a position where they can't afford to let anything slide. Stealth until next turn. That's useful. That's definitely useful. You know, especially against a mage. That's a great card to give us. The Molten Giant. Well, I think we've won. I think we've won. Well done, boys. Well played, Ferry. Well played. So being aggressive there, that was a real kind of clinic in aggressive play, how to make it happen. And that's going to wrap it up. 3 wins today. Great, good stuff. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've been Ken as always. If you have, be sure to click the like button, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought of my plays. If you'd have done something differently, let me know where I messed up. Give me your predictions for how the deck will finish. And it's been a great time. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers!